Another day, another hike. I'm excited for this one. It's a recommendation from a friend who is actually on the way right now. We're gonna do this hike together, and I'll let him talk about it because he knows a lot more about this hike than I do. But I'm pretty up north in New Hampshire. I don't think I've done a hike this north ever. I don't think I've been to this part of the state before. So I'm excited to see a new part of the state and experience some new trails. It's pretty chilly today. When I checked the forecast for this hike, I actually saw some snowflakes. It's misting right now, but maybe if we get a little higher in elevation, I'll see my first snow of the season. So this is gonna be a good one. I put on my trusty frog togs before the hike because now that I'm waiting, it's starting to rain more and more and more. While I wait, I'm gonna do the Wordle. I do this every morning and see if I can beat my mom's score.
Morning everyone, here we are. Adam here, I'm here with Taylor. We're gonna hike Percy Peaks, one of my favorite mountains in all of New Hampshire. We're in the Great North Woods. Right now we're at the first big landmark, the Big Rock. After this point it's gonna get pretty steep. Right now Taylor and I were hiking up to the middle, and then we'll get to decide if we're going to Percy Peak north or south. It's a little rainy, hopefully we get a view, because that's my favorite part of it, so I really hope I get to show Taylor that amazing Great North Woods view, but we'll see what we see.
So right now we're at the junction between the north and the south Percy Peaks, but I want to go over a tip for winter hiking that I think could help some beginners out there, because I know it's raining right now, but there was supposed to be snow. So I want to go over a mistake that I've made winter hiking before, and that is taking crappy spikes. The first time I ever did a hike in the winter, I was hiking Mount Monroe and Mount Washington, and I had very cheap spikes. Like, I don't even want to call them spikes because there was barely any traction. And I got them at TJ Maxx, and I took them on like one of the hardest hikes in the Whites, and they did not help at all. I was sliding off the side of Mount Monroe, and it was kind of terrifying. So if you want to do winter hiking and you want to be safe, because it's important to be safe, especially when there's ice and snow, definitely invest in good spikes. I personally get the Kahtoola brand, but do your research, talk to people who have had good experiences, because crappy spikes can just make your whole trip awful. They can fall off your feet, they can break easily, and I was just talking to Adam about this, and he has...
If you're big and fat like me, you could be so heavy that you bend the metal of the spikes, and then they break and want to fall off your feet, and what is it? They wear out on me. It's not fun at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so my number one tip for winter hiking, have good spikes. And also Adam brought up another point, what's it called? Gaiters.
Gaiters.
Yeah, they go over your foot, over your shoe, your ankle, and up your leg, and it will stop snow from getting in your shoe. That can keep your feet warm and dry, and just overall much better experience. Almost there?
Literally right up there.
Oh, cool.
Right up that steep part. There's gonna be one really steep section, so you know, get good angle of the tuchus.
Terrifying 25. Maybe there'll be snow up there.
Maybe. Or some hail.
Yeah. Alright, this is the steep part.
Whoa!
Got it.
Woo!
The second mistake that I've made winter hiking before is definitely not hydrating myself properly, which brings me to the sponsor of this video, Element. Element is an electrolyte drink mix with exactly what you need and nothing that you don't. It has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, which is a science-backed electrolyte ratio. I take hydration super seriously when I'm hiking because I'm prone to getting headaches, which is most likely because I'm dehydrated. When you sweat, the primary electrolyte that you lose is sodium, so this helps replenish that. So right now, Element is offering you guys watching this a free sample pack with any order on their website. So if you head to my link, which is drinkelement.com/NewHampshire, that's drinklmnt.com/NewHampshire, you'll get this sample packet, which has 8 super fun flavors to try. Real quick, they're mango chili, lemon habanero, chocolate salt, watermelon salt, orange salt, raw raspberry salt, and citrus salt. Do you want to try any of those?
I'll try one of those.
What one?
I'll do raspberry.
All right. Yeah, so get a sample pack. You can share it with your friends and they'll probably thank you. So
Thank you.
hydrating is sometimes harder in the winter because you're not really sweating as much, so having these in my pack, highly recommend. So thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. We're gonna take a little water break and continue on this hike.
Hey, it did snow, but as you can see, we can't see anything. If it was nice, not only could we see North Percy Peak, we could see South Percy Peak, and 360 degrees around. We could see the North Country, the Prezzies over where Taylor's looking that way, and off towards Lancaster, but I guess we'll have to come back another day.
I'm having the ultimate day hiking snack right now, which is a Uncrustables peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But yeah, it's pretty cool being up here in the snow.
Our first taste of some winter hiking.
Yeah, bring on winter. I'm so excited.
And to think, 1 week ago, I went for a hike on Cape Cod that was so warm, I dipped my toes in the water.
Yep.
But here we are. Welcome to New England.
New England weather changes fast. All right, the last mistake that I want to talk about that I've made winter hiking is not doing the right research. So this story comes to mind is when I wanted to hike Zealand in the winter, and I didn't do the research. I didn't realize that the road to get to the Zealand trailhead was closed. So I ended up having to park pretty far away and walk down this road for miles to get to the trailhead. And then I started the hike, and I didn't make it to the top just because walking down the road took so much of my day that I was halfway up the mountain and I had to turn around and go back to my car, and I felt like the whole day was wasted. So if you do your research, figure out if the road to the trailhead is going to be open in the winter. This hike reminded me of that because the road that we took to get to the trailhead is closed in the winter. But we did our research. We did this hike in time. I'm sure it's going to close in the next week or two. I forgot to close out the video. So I had a great time hiking the Percy Peaks. It's about a 4.5 mile hike to hit both of those summits. I believe Adam when he says that there's an amazing view, and I think he has videos on his channel about these mountains if you want to check that out. I was happy to check another mountain off of my 52 at the view list because that's something that I've been meaning to finish for so long now. And I hope you've enjoyed me sharing some of my mistakes that I've made winter hiking. I always like to let you guys know what I have done wrong in the past and what I did to learn from it. So maybe that can help you make better decisions winter hiking. So hope you hit the trail soon. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.